Hey y'all, this is Ramrod 340X coming at you today. I'm out here in the country at my other property working on one of the Dodges. I did some research on YouTube to see what I could find out before I tried this, and there really wasn't a lot of information, so I'm gonna break it down for you. This is a 86 Dodge Ram. A lot of idiots would call that a first gen. Yeah, that wasn't born with a Cummins in it, so it's not a first gen, but it's a 80s Dodge square body. But what I do have is 4th gen wheels. Got a set of 4th gen wheels cheap. Had half decent tires on them. Guy gave me the lug nuts. It came off of a 2014. Got the center caps, lug nuts, whole 9 yards. As you can see right there, that's what they look like on there. But let me tell you what you got to do to get them on there, because even though a 4th gen is still a 8 on 6.5 or 6.5, just like the square body 80s trucks are, the back spacing is completely different. You'll have major backspace trouble if you just try to bolt them on there. The other trouble is that your old square body Dodges, the lugs or the studs on there are 1/2 inch, and 94 through 2011 they would have been 9/16 studs, which I was told. And so when I did this, I ordered these 2-inch spacers so I could mount these on my truck with the proper back spacing, and I ordered them with 9/16 studs so the studs would be long enough to go through the wheel. Ran into all kinds of trouble here. What the trouble is that the stud on the old truck, on the square body Dodge, that 1/2 inch stud is only like 1 inch long, and these spacers have about at least a 1/2 inch of meat on them before you get to any threads on the stud. So if you put a regular acorn nut on it like they come with and they suggest that you use, it's not going to work, because you're not going to have enough threads on your stud to hold the spacers on. And this is where you hear all these horror stories about people towing and the wheels flying off because they have spacers. Well, there is a solution to this, and you buy these things. I like to call them inside out lug nuts. What these are is these are this would be an open acorn bulge, which is what this outer ring is, the bulge, and then this is extended thread. And what this does is it goes back inside the spacer, which I don't know if you'll be able to really see down in that hole. It'll go down in that hole, and you'll have more threads holding it on. And the other thing I used also is I Loctited them on. I don't plan on taking them off. The spacers are on there. I mean, unless I ruin the rotors, they're gonna stay on there anyway. So I Loctited them on. The other trouble that you're gonna find too is if you get the 4th gen wheels, which would be 2012 and up, what you're gonna run into is they changed the lugs on those year trucks. They went from a 9/16 stud to a 14 by 1.5 metric. So if you have those, if you buy wheels that come with lug nuts and center caps from 2012 or newer, when you order your spacers, you will want to order those with 14 millimeter by 1.5. I didn't do that because I was told they were all 9/16 studs. So when I ordered everything and went to go put the lug nuts on, the lug nuts did not fit. What I found is you have to find OEM lug nuts from a 94 through a 2011 that was the lug nut that accepted a center cap, because the center cap snaps over the lug nuts. And the size of the outer size of the lug nuts is what makes the cap stay on. And they don't make them aftermarket. Well, if they do, nobody seems to be able to find them. Nobody seems to be able to help me. It's one of the deals. But so basically what I'm telling you is, if you have a square body Dodge and you wake up one morning and you say to yourself, man, I'm going to put 3rd or 4th gen wheels on my freaking old truck out there. Just punch yourself in the face, because it's going to make more sense. Because by the time you get done buying lug nuts that are wrong, and the time you get ordering spacers, and the 7 or 8 different times you're going to have them on and off there to make sure they're fitting on there right and they're not going to fly off when you're going on the interstate, you would have probably been money ahead just to order freaking wheels that fit the truck to start with. So that's my little rant on that. So like back in the day where I come from, just because 8 on 6.5 is 8 on 6.5 doesn't mean it's 8 on 6.5 anymore. Anyways, I'm enough of that. You guys have a good day. They do look good on there though, but you guys have a good day. It was a pain in the ass.